to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. And the best way to rock with me is to follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you get your podcast, make sure you follow, you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. We have a good one today, y'all. It is recruiting talk. So much is going on this day. So many players are committing to various different schools across the country. Recruiting, early signing day, lots to discuss. First off, we have to salute, we have to acknowledge, we have to represent Adhel McDaniel, officially signed with South Carolina. The three-time national champions. Adhel McDaniel, 22nd ranked in the class of 2025, is a wing player, 6'2", great size, elite scorer at all three levels. She was currently ranked 22nd, average 20 points, 9 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 assists during her junior year. She is now officially a Gamecock for the class of 2025. Dawn Staley said that she can guard every position, can score the basketball. Wonderful basketball player and fits the mold of what we are used to at South Carolina. We're talking about a player who can defend multiple positions. We're talking about 1 to 5. She can defend because of her size and her quickness. That is something that we see at South Carolina with the Ashlyn Watkins, that we see in glimpses with the Joyce Edwards. That is what we are going to get in a player like Adhel McDaniel, a hard-nosed, tough basketball player who can guard, who can score, who has phenomenal size. I'm so elated on this player actually committing and signing the dotted line. Adhel McDaniel, welcome to South Carolina. Officially, we got a good one in Adhel McDaniel, and we're going to be watching her senior season, and we'll be giving updates accordingly throughout the year. You talk about a player who most definitely be a McDonald's All-American. She's a 5-star recruit. Y'all, keeps going. It keeps going and keeps going. Kaylin Carroll, who is a Gamecock target, officially announced today that she's signing with Kentucky. 6'2" wing from Massachusetts, who I really like shooting the basketball. She is ranked 15th in the current 2025 rankings by ESPN, and she also had good size. I thought she would fit very, very well with South Carolina, but she chose Kentucky. Kenny Brooks got a good one to his recruiting class, and props up to her. We were late to the party, and for us to be even, in her top 5, considering that we joined the party late, it's still a statement, But she's going to Kentucky, and best wishes of that. A couple of players that are still on the board for South Carolina. I would talk about Aaliyah Chavez. Aaliyah Chavez is still listed in Carolina as a top 5. Hey. Let me just say this right here. Aaliyah Chavez is not coming to South Carolina. I've been saying that for like the last month or two. She's not coming to South Carolina. I'm not sure why she's still listed in Carolina as a top 5 school, and it's not happening. From what I'm hearing, Aaliyah Chavez is going to commit to Texas Tech. I think they're going to write that check, that NIL money, and she's going to Texas Tech. And that's great for her. That's great for her, great for her family. If she's getting the money that's being reported, that's wonderful for a young basketball player, a young person to be getting that load of money. I'm always like, yo, hey, get what you're worth. If they're going to pay, you get it. You get it. That old thing, a players club, use what you got to get what you want. And she's the #1 ranked player in the class of 2025. You do it. You do it. She's just not gonna be a Gamecock because we no, not right. No NIL check like that to get a player when we got multiple players. No. We don't do that. No. Another player that was on the target list is Jada Seville, another wing. You see a trend. It's a trend of Dawn wanting big guard / wings on this basketball team. Currently, we have a Bree Hall who's 6 foot. You have a Tessa Johnson who's 6'1". You know, I'm pretty close to saying that Joyce is a wing. I'm pretty close to saying her skill set. She can play 3 through 5. That's Joyce. So is she gonna end up being a wing player? We will see. But we lost. Don't forget this. This is a number. We lost a 4-star recruit in Sania Feagin, and she went to Arizona. That player is gone, who was supposed to be a cornerstone for this basketball program over the next few years. She's gone. So with Breezy leaving next year or after this season, and you have Sania Feagin who left, at the end of last season, it's a couple of holes that we got to fill at the wing position. But Jada Seville, 32nd ranked in the class of 2025. From what I'm hearing, she will not be choosing South Carolina. I hear that she's going to choose Central Florida, University of Central Florida. She her high school's in Florida. They're going to get a good player. If that's true, if Jada Seville actually commits to Central Florida, they will have a really good cornerstone player for them. It's great. A got maker is somebody who I've talked about at nauseum for a couple of months now. A got maker is the #4 overall pick, or #4 overall recruit, I should say, in the country. And 6-foot wing, 6'1" wing, I should say, and very, very talented, exceptional basketball player. And she's set to announce on November 17th. Today is November 13th. November 17th is on Sunday when we take on East Carolina. And the stuff that I'm hearing is between South Carolina and Michigan State. That is what I hear. That's what I hear for a got maker. And I hear also that a got maker is possibly leaning towards Michigan State. I've been saying for a long time that we are going. I was sure about a 1 and a possible, and that possible was very high. I was pretty sure about that. And I mentioned that a got maker and Kaylin Carroll was 2 of the players who I thought potentially could be that high possible. Well, there's a player that I did not mention that I held in the pocket. I held it in the pocket close to me because I didn't want to spoil the sweet tea. And this player potentially is Jayla Davis. Jayla Davis, 6'2" wing, who is still being recruited by South Carolina, 17th ranked player in the country. And she's from Kansas. And I kind of felt that she could be in that top 3 with a guy and with Kaylin, but I kind of held it back. But from what I hear is that Jayla Davis, number 17th ranked player in the country, 6'2" wing, is leaning hard toward the Gamecocks. And if we get Jayla, and we have already got Ayla McDow, we will get 2 players that are 6'2", can guard multiple positions, can shoot the rock, and play defense. 2 5-star recruits, 2 players who I know going to be McDonald's All-Americans. I believe that we are going to get Jayla Davis. And if we do get Jayla Davis, the recruiting cycle will be a success for the Gamecocks. It doesn't have the numbers of some other teams. We're not getting 4 players like a LSU. We're not going to get a like Southern Cal had a boatload of players, but we would fill 2 needs of this basketball team going forward. Like I mentioned before, Breezy will exhaust her eligibility after this season. Sania Feagin was suspended and then transferred out to Arizona. Those 2 players of Davis and McDow would fill those roster spots. Not only fill those roster spots, would be, potentially, because everything is potential, future stars for South Carolina, because there's no rush to get those players on the court, because you have Tessa Johnson, who more likely than not will be starting next year once Breezy goes on. Okay, so you don't have to have Ayla McDowell coming in and starting. She could get better and better. You don't have to have hopefully a Jayla Davis who would start for the Gamecocks. She can get better and better as it goes on. Those would be 2 big needs that were filled in this cycle. But Cap, okay, we still got Tina Pow, who be going to the W after this season. We did not get a shooter. We did not get a point guard, a combo guard in this recruiting cycle. Well, Dawn isn't gonna settle. Okay, so there's still some recruits out there, but most of the top recruits are spoken for. Dawn is gonna get a player who's not gonna contribute like that when you have the advent of the transfer portal. So expect a combo guard to come to South Carolina in the transfer portal, and because there's so much player movement going here, there, everywhere. That would be, not saying we're gonna get a Tahina Pow in the transfer portal, where she's been a blessing and an amazing player for South Carolina. But what if we do? What if we get another shooter who can also guard the basketball, who can also play point guard? That's what we will potentially get in the transfer portal after this season. Say, Cap, okay, Sania Feagin gonna be gone too. What are we going to do with that? Well, I believe that Maryam Dauda is the replacement for Sania Feagin, because Maryam Dauda has 1 more year after this current year. And y'all forget what y'all have seen over the first 2 games. Okay, Maryam Dauda is a baller. She's a shot blocker. She's 6'4". She can play the game of basketball. She was 13th ranked in recruiting class in 2021. She can play basketball. She's still getting adjusted to South Carolina. But I think that she is the replacement for Sania Feagin. And we could still get a big in the transfer portal. We could still get a 6'4", 6'5" player in the transfer portal who aren't happy with their potential, with their situation, and want to come to the three-time national champions. Hosted by that time, we were four-time national champions. Okay, and so those options will still be there. And with Adhel Tac coming along, who I expect to see more of tomorrow night against Coppin State. And then you have Sakima Walker, who will exhaust her eligibility. I think a transfer big would be appropriate for South Carolina after the season. A combo guard and a transfer big to spell, our bigs currently. But there's no doom and gloom for the Gamecocks in terms of this recruiting cycle. Oh, no. Yo, we just getting started. The high school level is just part of the process. The next level is the transfer portal. But there's so much depth and talent on this basketball team that it's not like a imperative need. Just say if we don't have a player in the transfer portal that can actually come in and compete for a spot at South Carolina. Let's just say that. Okay, so you have Raven Johnson be coming back for her redshirt senior year. Got it. Another year. You have Maddy McDaniel, who would be in her sophomore year. Sensational player. You have MiLaysia Fulwiley be in her third year. Tessa Johnson will be in her third year. That is so much talent on this basketball team. Having a fifth guard is kind of like a luxury at this point. And then with Adhel McDow, she can play guard. She is listed as a guard. I'm so keyed up for the future for this team. And if just let's think 2 years from now. 2 years from now, in the year 2026, going into the 2026 season, MiLaysia Fulwiley be a senior. Tessa will be a senior. Joyce will be a junior. Adhel Tac will be a junior. Maddy will be a junior. Okay, Adhel McDow and hopefully Jayla Davis will be sophomores on this basketball team. Those spots, the wealth of talent 2 years from now. Not even counting whatever we got going on in the recruiting cycle next year or in the transfer portal. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be good for a long time, and it's just amazing to see and amazing to watch for this basketball team. With that being said, we got Coppin State tomorrow night. That's going to be an easy victory for Carolina, and I want to see the development and the growth of players who are going to be getting minutes, because I'm tired of seeing the talk and the conversation about some of these top level teams who ain't playing nobody. Oh, such and such got a 20 and 20. Oh, such and such got 25 points. But you're playing horrific teams. Well, tomorrow night will be a stat stuffing team for South Carolina. I want to hear the same noise. I want to hear the same fervor. I want to hear the same stuff about this basketball team that is being said about other basketball teams scoring at will against teams that can't stop you from scoring. That's what I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see, because a lot of teams don't start out with 2 Power 5 teams. A lot of teams don't start out with a team in Michigan who probably be ranked in the top 25 next week, and then a team like North Carolina State who was ranked 9th in the country. No, because you got other teams playing Central Junior College out of New Mexico, and you got then backing that up with a culinary arts school, that's by Gordon Ramsay, and then no. Play some real schools, and then we have a conversation. Until then, this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.
J-Rock did this